Hi everyone, it's Elliot here. I hope you're all doing very well today. In this video, I want to talk about the brand new film Allied, starring Brad Pitt and Marion Cotillard, directed by famed director Robert Zemeckis, who made such films as Castaway and Back to the Future. Allied is a film about spies and espionage during World War II, and it's called Allied because of the countries that these spies originate from. We follow an American spy played by Brad Pitt and a French spy played by Marion Cotillard as they are on a joint mission to assassinate a Nazi general. They carry out this mission, but it's during it that a spark of romance ignites between the two spies. After their mission, they end up moving to England, settling down, getting married, having a child, but this is all turned on its head when Brad Pitt's character finds out that his wife may have been a German double agent spy all along. What follows from that is Brad Pitt's character trying to work out whether his wife actually is a German spy, is the information false, or is he just being tested by his superiors to see what he would do in such a situation? That sounds like a fantastic idea for a story, right? But I feel that the way in which Robert Zemeckis and the other filmmakers carry this out is actually quite flawed, and the main reason for that is the film feels like a film of two halves. What I mean by this is that the first half of the film just feels like building up to the point where Brad Pitt's character finds out that his wife may in fact be a double agent spy. But it's not like a build-up to a twist where you're waiting for a twist to happen. You're just waiting for the actual premise to start ticking over because you know this is going to happen. It's in all of the trailers and it's in the synopsis of the film. So it just feels like you're just waiting for an hour for it to really get going. The problem with this is that the first half of the film feels like a prologue and you're just waiting for it to get to the point where it can start driving forward. And even though there are parts in it that are enjoyable, there are some nice set pieces and some set design, it really does just feel like you're waiting to get to the main crux of the film. I obviously can't talk on behalf of the filmmakers as to what they were going for in this film, but it does feel like Robert Zemeckis' love for films from the 40s and 50s that dealt with wartime espionage kind of gets in the way, and that he is just embellishing this love in the first half. There are so many callbacks to films such as Casablanca, and it just feels like it doesn't aid the story in moving forward at all. Following on from this, the lack of direction seems to bleed into the performances of the leading actors. And now these are two actors that I greatly admire. I love them in many other films, but in Allied, the lack of direction seems to be to the detriment of their performances. In certain scenes, it felt like Brad Pitt and Marion Cotillard didn't know how the scene was going to aid the story going forward. And quite frankly, I was in the same position as them, because I was watching certain things and I just didn't know what the point of it was. And this is because of those ancillary embellishments from Robert Zemeckis that I was talking about earlier. It seems like he loves the idea of this film and the setting and wartime espionage, but he loves it too much, so much that he can't make a concise, coherent story out of it. Allied very much feels like a piece of pulp fiction storytelling that would have come out in the 50s about World War II, but at times this is cranked up way too far and certain scenes just seem so unrealistic. Like the one in which they're having sex in a car while a sandstorm is going on all around them. Or there's a scene that I won't spoil, but it's when she's having their baby and it's ridiculous. I can't buy into those scenes whatsoever. This overt pulpiness actually adds into my idea of Allied being a story of two halves in a bad way, because at times they're going for that over-the-top dramatic storytelling, and at other times they're going for the really heartfelt, emotional, melancholic scenes, and the juxtaposition of these two just feels all wrong. It feels disjointed. My final thoughts on Allied are that it's an enjoyable film, but it's one that won't last with me for a long time because the performances aren't the best from these actors and the direction is a bit directionless, and it feels like a film of two halves, like I've said many times in this review. For all of those reasons, Allied gets a rather middling 3 stars out of 5. As always, thank you so much for watching this video of mine. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you've seen Allied, please let me know what you thought about it in the comments below. And remember, if you want to keep up to date with my videos as soon as they go up, don't forget to subscribe below. I'll be back with more videos very soon, especially now with the run up to Christmas, so keep your eyes peeled here, and until then, goodbye everyone.